and I'll be doing my magazine proposal today. I've chosen the genre hip-hop because it's a very sort of authentic genre. It's a genre that not many people like to explore, and with me I want to bring out the darker side of hip-hop, which is why I chose it. The title of my publication will be beatbox because it's one of the main sort of elements of hip-hop. The content which will be included in my magazine Beatbox will have a sort of traditional element, so regulars, extras and features, but the magazine will also have an additional section called the box. Now the box is a section which is an addition to the magazine where readers are, basically there is a competition in every single magazine, and you get this unique barcode in there. And once the magazine is released, and after a few weeks of it being on the shelves, you get to find out if your barcode matches the one that is of the winning, number, and you can get in contact with the magazine. And basically, you get a section to the magazine to yourself, and you're allowed to explore anything that you like. So it could be a review on an item of clothing, tour, maybe a music album or anything like that. In my regulars, there will be staff picks of the month, beatbox news, song reviews, and new artists to discover, because my magazine is all about bringing out, other people in the music industry. It's not all about, yes, okay, we have Jay-Z, we have, J. Cole. It's going to bring out like a lot of people. My extras will have album reviews and interesting music facts, and features will be interviews with artists. I've explained the box to you, and there will be another part of the magazine which will be the box challenge. That's a section of the magazine in which a chosen artist, so it could be like, let's say Jay-Z, and he will be taking a challenge. So the challenge will be called fill in the sentence. So I could be like, okay, what is one thing you wanted to do as a child? And he will just fill it in. And we as the magazine don't choose who the artists are going to be. It's done by voting. So we're basically bringing in our audience, we're bringing in the readers, we're including them in our magazine. It's not just like we sit there and we make the choices, it's about you guys. Okay, design features. The magazine will be original, something new and authentic, yet simple and not overly cluttered. There will be a consistent colour scheme, especially in the DPS and the cover, which will link them both together. The colour scheme will also work its way into the sections of the magazine. There will be three main colours, which will be black, white and red. The black being, bringing out the darker side of hip-hop. Red, they have connotations, so there will be different connotations to each of the colours. There will also be simple fonts used to make the magazine look more professional. We won't use any bubble writing or anything because it won't look professional at all. Who might publish the magazine? Well, there's a publication called Dennis Publishing, and they're known to do like magazines on cars, technology, current affairs, and lifestyle. They haven't yet published a music magazine, and I believe that Beatbox will be something new and authentic, and they will be interested in publishing it because of the section in my magazine, Beatbox, the box challenge and all of that. No other magazine yet have done that, and I believe that it would raise and promote sales quite a lot. Target audience would mainly be of like male genre, male audience, and my magazine will have elements, for females too, but it's mainly focused on males. The age I would say the magazine will be fit for is those who are aged from 21 to 35, with a median age of 27. 78% of the readers will be, estimated will be male. And the magazine is intended to target a varied amount of cultures and ethnic backgrounds. Here I've, put a sort of table to explain and percentages to go with the ages. And over here, once again, I've mentioned the median age and the average age. Here I have, a simple layout of how my magazine may look. So it's basic. I want to keep it simple and not overly cluttered, as I mentioned. So there's going to be teaser, and then the main cover line, main model in the middle, to really bring the magazine forward. The fonts will be like Comic Sans and Arial Black, and I was thinking about cover lines, and because it's of a hip hop genre, it can be something like I'm in the winner's circle, or Testify, or Nothing Left to Prove. And then I've listed various artists that can be mentioned at the front of the magazine that would catch the audience's attention. So artists that are already out there quite big, because if you were saying an artist's name who wasn't quite big and you see that, you wouldn't be interested. So someone like Jay-Z, Game, Lil Wayne. Titles for them might be like Assumptions, Can Rather Be Deceiving, Nothing to Lose, You'll Never Know, Just the Beginning. My price will vary from £2.50 to £3 because I don't want it to be so expensive that people can't afford it. You have to have a magazine at a reasonable price, and I believe that £2.50 to £3 would be a reasonable price for all. As I mentioned, my colour scheme will be black, white and red. I'm going to have 4 different models, 3 male and 1 female. And I'm going to have 1 male model who's going to be at the front of the magazine, and the female model is going to be, exploring the female sort of section in my magazine. I'll be doing pictures both in the studio and outside, costumes and props. As mentioned, I want to bring out like the darker side of hip hop, so it would be things like snapbacks and what guys like to wear these days. So snapbacks and jeans, etc. The female model, on the other hand, would dress more smartly to the male model, so like dresses, heels, because it will be more appealing to the male audience as well as the female audience. They would look at the model and think, yes, this is what I want to dress like, and it would be a good sort of way of them getting a sort of image of them. Content of journalism. My hip hop magazine obviously would have some colloquial language, as well as some sort of like standard language as well. But I'll bring in a lot of colloquial language because it will be fit for the readers. I mean, if I was, writing an article in a way that I'm the same way as a different music genre, let's say rock, people won't be able to understand. So if I have colloquial language in my magazine, it will be more suitable for the audience. The tone of the article will be as if you're having a conversation with a friend and not something like an article, because it's more relaxed. People enjoy that more. And hip hop is a genre where people generally enjoy it, so I want it to be something that's relaxed and not very, this is an article and you're reading it. This is a basic flat plan that I did for my magazine. It's going to have 40 pages. That's what I came up with so far. And the pink is all the adverts that's going to be included in the magazine. The green at the content page, star picks of the month, and that's going to be over 2 pages. The blue represents all the pictures of like the artists and things that are going to be included in my magazine. The dark blue is the main, the DPS and the main feature. And yeah, there's going to be like reviews and interesting music facts, interviews with like artists. There's going to be the section like upcoming tour information. So it's going to be fully packed with things for people to use. It's a magazine which is bringing information to you and making you want to read it and enjoy it. And some of the questions that we'll ask is, when did you start your music career? Basically, my magazine is going to be focused on a person who's new to the music industry, or someone who hasn't been in the spotlight for quite a while. So it's just going to be an interview introducing the audience to the person again, and it's going to be questions like, who are your biggest influences, and did you have a musical upbringing, and just little bits of facts that would make the audience feel comfortable and make the audience want to know more about them. And that's pretty much it. Are there any questions that you guys really want to ask me?
Let's give you a round of applause, sir. Now the camera focuses on the audience. So, questions, comments?
Karen?
What do you mean by the darker side
phrase that I came by, and it was the darker side of hip-hop. And when I first saw it, I wasn't sure of it myself. And then when I started to look at it, it's like hip-hop has changed so much over time. And some of the music now is quite, you know, it has a lot of swearing and all of that in it. So I just wanted to bring out the sort of darker side of hip-hop, explore it more, because people won't know when, like you guys didn't know when you heard the darker side of hip-hop. I want to introduce that to you guys. I want you guys to know, you know, what is currently going on, and yeah. Any other questions?
What made you come up with the concept of the box challenge?
Basically, I was going through a hip-hop magazine called XXL, and you know, I was trying to see what kind of things they have, and I did go through some other music hip-hop magazines, and I didn't see none of them like include the readers as much as Beatbox would. So I thought it would be a refreshing change, and you know, it's not the same old, yeah, it's a hip-hop magazine. It's a hip-hop magazine that involves its readers and its audience. Anything else?
Did you like that idea, Lemrick?
Yeah, I like that idea because it was very creative. No one's done that before. So yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that I liked is that, do you know you had a part in your magazine where you said that the barcode thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll get, but would it be censored, like, to what the readers will put in it, the person who wins?
Yeah, it's going to be, basically they work with a person from our team, and you get to work with like our team, and it's to do with age-appropriate things. So I know there will be like some readers who will be from a younger sort of generation, and it's going to be something that you can pick up and be like, yeah, okay, this is for, you know, really like, it covers like most of the age groups. So they're going to work with like one of our team members, and you know, it's like they're monitored, but they can do what they want. So not do exactly what they want, but as long as it's feasible and it's, you know, appropriate, then they can do it. So that's why I said, you know, reviews, or you know, tours on like how good a tour was, or you know, just album reviews or something like that.
You said in your that you're talking about the darker side of hip-hop.
Yeah.
And in your statistics it said the target audience from 11 to 18 is 6%. So how do you think that would be kind of a negative approach for that age group, or do you think it's...
I mean, you know, it may be a negative approach, but then again, it's about how the magazine takes forward the issue. You can always, you know, do something to make a certain subject or a certain thing look less, you know, let's say, less violent or whatever to it actually is. So it's the way we put forward the idea. Obviously, we don't want, you know, people running around in the streets doing what rappers do and everything. But yeah, it's the way we put forward the idea. It's going to be, you know, suitable for younger audiences as well as older audiences.
Any other questions or comments? Just a couple of things from me. I thought it was brilliant, thank you. I really enjoyed it, and I think it set the bar for other people. I really loved your idea of the voting and the interactive elements, and I'm assuming you use social media like Twitter for those. And I really like your choice of Dennis, and I'm sure you know this, but they are particularly strong on technology and on producing electronic versions of magazines and apps. You knew that, so really, really clever choice actually. The audience research that you came up with all those statistics of your age group. Was that based on a real magazine?
Yeah, it's based on a real magazine.
Which one?
XXL.
Lovely. And what might be helpful at a later stage is to transfer that to a real audience for yours once we've got some more, some better drafts.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like, you said that in your fonts you wanted to use comic.
Yeah.
I don't like comic personally. I think it's a very out-of-date font. I don't know what other people think. But something much plainer would be more appropriate for your genre. Unless it was a child's magazine, I think comic's a bit too simple. But I thought it was lovely.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done. Well done.